My real strong inclination for art began at American River College. It was a community college, and I was taking beginning ceramics and painting and drawing. And there was a real community feeling between the artists and the teachers. And I don't know, I loved the feeling between each other and the support for the art. And I felt like I was into something. I was developing myself, and I felt confident about it. I'm also interested in painting the figure and seeing the space around the figure, so that I think that feeds into what I'm doing with the abstract, the negative and the positive, as well as the colors that the human form pervades. It all relates back to the abstract. Sometimes you'll see figures in my abstracts. I'm inspired by nature, the colors of nature, especially weather, like right before a rainfall, the sky, all the different colors, and what's going on in my world, everyday concerns, and then there's particular artists. My favorite, Richard Diebenkorn, is one of my favorites. He was able to go between abstract and the human figure, and I follow those kinds of artists: Joan Brown, Elmer Bischoff. I would say keep going no matter what, and believe in what you're doing. Try different experiments with different materials. Explore different avenues. Could be ceramics, it could be sculpture, painting. I do ceramics as well as painting, and I also I do pottery wheel as well as acrylic painting, watercolors. So I try different things, and it all works together. I learn from each art form. My favorite material is acrylics. That's what I'm mostly working with in the abstract painting. I like it because it dries fast, it's easy to work with. I can layer the colors and get the kind of texture that I want. And there's also the smooth surface, which is a contrast to the layers. So everything about it I really enjoy. And there's also a luster, a nice luster to it. Well, I have different avenues of my artistic creativity. I'm also a dancer, and the music that I listen to, I think, affects my art. So the dance and the music, and then the pottery, the ceramics, all that works together in expanding my consciousness so that I can be more open to ideas. I don't want to be stuck in my painting. I want to be, try something new and more experimental, and being in tune with what's going on. Not necessarily what's a fad or in style, but just what is interesting as a composition. I think the arts play a role in our world. There's a communication of ideas that expand our consciousness beyond that up and down of economics. The world is always going to change, and as far as working and painting, I'm in the present, I'm in the here and now. I forget the world and all that's going on. Also, arts education. Our children, our students are important. I was a high school art educator. and, developing their thinking, helping them make better decisions, helping them be leaders in our world. That's going to affect the economic situation. But the economics is always going to be a rise and a fall. It's never going to be stable because it's part of the world. And the arts help people to live a better life. I like the friendly atmosphere here. I like the opportunities for artists. I like the idea of artists coming together for meetings to talk about different marketing aspects of art. We don't always dive into that idea of marketing, so it's helpful to have classes on that. Also, there's opportunities. I'm in the Artist at Work program, and my work has been shown around town in different venues, and I've sold art through that program. So it's very supportive of the artist.